Tonight, Famous Monsters TV takes you inside the wild, wild world of cosplay. We'll introduce you to the magical world of cinema makeup school.
They get to see how monsters are made and creatures are made.
And we'll unveil some amazing costuming products.
When you move, the mask moves with you, so it looks like you're wearing a 5-hour makeup in 5 seconds.
All that and more on FMTV. Welcome to Famous Monsters TV. I'm Phil Kim. We're here at San Diego International Comic Con, the ultimate gathering ground for everything horror, sci-fi, and fantasy. With more than 120,000 people in attendance and a convention floor spanning more than 450,000 square feet, Comic-Con is definitely the biggest and baddest place to showcase pop culture, and Famous Monsters has been there since the beginning. Check it out. The massive event, known as Comic-Con International, began in the unassuming basement of the U.S. Grant Hotel in San Diego on March 21st, 1970. Shel Dorf, Ken Kruger, and Richard Alf, all comics, movies, and science fiction fans, came together to host a small one-day event called the San Diego Golden State Comic Mini-Con. One of the few special guests in attendance was none other than Famous Monsters' Forrest J. Ackerman. The purpose of the Mini-Con was to generate interest and raise funds for a larger event. Its considerable success led to San Diego's first 3-day event in August of 1970. From that moment on, the rest is history, as Comic-Con has become the premier comic book and pop culture convention in the world. When you're wandering the Comic-Con floor, sure, there's comics and collectibles, but there's also cosplay. What's cosplay? Get ready to find out. Whether a hobby or a lifestyle, cosplay has become a huge part of the mainstream convention experience. A combination of two words, costume and play, cosplay refers to the art of dressing up in detailed and elaborate costumes inspired by pop culture characters. From DC or Marvel superheroes to Star Wars or anime icons, cosplayers become their favorite characters through role-playing. It all started in 1939 at the Worldcon in New York, where Forrest J. Ackerman attended the event dressed in a futuristic costume. In the years that followed, Ackerman became a trendsetter as more and more people began wearing costumes to these events. In fact, conventions started resembling masquerades and even holding costume contests. But it wasn't until 1984 at the Worldcon in Los Angeles that the actual term cosplay was coined by a Japanese reporter, Nobuyuki Takahashi. He used it simply as a better way of describing the costuming sensation that he witnessed. And ever since, cosplay has become widely popular and emerged as a subculture of its own. Coming up next, we are going to go deep, deep inside the world of cosplay. Welcome back to FMTV. I'm Phil Kim. In the last 10 years, the popularity of cosplay has exploded, making it one of the most visually thrilling parts of attending any convention. We chatted with some of the well-known cosplayers, and here's what they had to say.
So I got started in cosplay because of a dude. Let's be real here. I got invited to it. Well, he invited me to a convention with him, and I just wanted to do nothing more than impress him. So I was like, oh man, my friend makes costumes, and I really have always wanted to kind of do this. And so she helped me make my first costume, which was a succubus character from World of Warcraft, the warlock pet. Yeah, I know, wow. I went, and I didn't get the guy, woo! but I got something better. I found a passion that I couldn't stop doing. It was just like, it's an addiction. Once you start making costumes, you can't stop making costumes. I've had a couple moments that have really kind of touched me, and it's happened more when I've done characters like Wonder Woman, or little girls will come up to me, and or little boys. It's normally little girls, especially in Wonder Woman, and they look up at you with this awe, and they're so excited to see you, and they think that you're the character, and there's like that look on their face is just the sweetest and the most like awe-inspiring thing for me. And it's just like, I'm like, you're a little, I want to put you in a little Wonder Woman costume. I mean, there's been definitely a lot of inspirations for me. I actually get more inspirations, I think, from online rather than at cons. There's definitely been some people that I've seen do some insane things with materials that I've never even thought about using. Like, I mean, Evil Ted is one of my biggest inspirations, especially for foam work, because I don't know how he does it. I still say he's the god of foam. He refuses to be called that and wants to be called the Bob Ross of foam, but in my mind, what he does with foam is just godlike. So I'm like, it's super inspirational, and it wants me to try more foam stuff, you know? I normally like to stick more in the game universe because that's what I love. I've been a gamer since I don't even remember how long, so I tend to stick more in that universe. But even if it is just games, like the amount of differences between one character to another can be extremely huge and different. And I pay a lot of attention to things like the art style. So when I paint my costume or I'm working on the fabric or the weathering, I'm always thinking about well, what does this actually look like in game, and what would it look like if I took this game texture and kind of put it in real life? And so you can get really different looks from a costume.
Well, I came out of the womb wanting to wear a frilly dress and costumes, and I've worn them my entire life. And when I was 2, I started watching anime with my sister. We started with My Neighbor Totoro and grew from there. And I always dressed up, she and I literally always, nearly every day dressed up in some form of a costume. And then when I was 9, she discovered Acon 14, and she's like, oh my god, there's this thing called cosplay, everybody's doing what we do anyways, and you can go to a convention, there's other people like us. And I was like, oh, where do we sign up? My favorite one to wear is probably my bunny suit Moxie, and that one's it's so much fun to wear. I feel really good wearing it, and I love doing full body corsets. Corsets are actually one of my favorite things to make, which people are like, oh, it's so hard. It's like, but they look so great and it pays off in the end. So it's worth it. Probably when I get asked for a photo and somebody's like, oh my god, and they know, they sew in some form or fashion, they're like, oh my god, I understand the hemming that you did. I know the detail that you just did on that, that French hem, yes. And I'm like, oh, you understand me, let's hug, let's get a picture together, yes, you come over here. I think I prefer video game characters because I love to play video games. That's what I do in my spare free time, then I'm playing video games, because that's really a stress reliever to me. I love Fallout, I love Borderlands, which is why I do Moxie so much. Yes. I'm actually planning on making a 1/1 scale claptrap that's a shopping cart that I can just roll around with my Moxie. That'll be really cool. Please, let's do it. Let's be Moxie engaged. I would love that.
Welcome back. Great cosplay sometimes takes very, very detailed costuming, perfect accessories, and awesome makeup.
You know, they call us makeup artists, and they call us makeup artists for a reason, because makeup is an art.
For veteran effects artist V. Neil, the art of makeup plays an invaluable role in helping actors and cosplayers transform into a character.
For instance, when we did Pirates of the Caribbean, Stellan Skarsgård loved being in that makeup so much, that bootstrap bill makeup. He asked if it all could be makeup instead of CGI, because it really helped him feel like the character.
Neil has an impressive resume. She's worked on some of Hollywood's biggest films, like The Hunger Games, X-Men, Days of Future Past, and The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and even been a judge on Face Off. But at Comic-Con, she's here as the Director of Education for Cinema Makeup School Los Angeles, assisting her students with complex makeup demonstrations.
You'll see today we're doing a makeup on this gentleman back here, and he is actually going to be in a giant creature suit. He will be about 8 feet tall. We love to show the public what it takes to create a makeup, and by doing the demonstrations here, you can really get a chance to see exactly what it takes, right from the very beginning stages, how it's sculpted, molded, applied. At least they get to see how monsters are made and creatures are made.
Founded in 1993, Cinema Makeup School Los Angeles offers students an opportunity to get a comprehensive hands-on education.
The Cinema Makeup School is probably what I would consider the ultimate, most fabulous school in the country. All of our teachers are actual working makeup artists. One person will be teaching you hair, another artist will be teaching you how to do injury makeups, another artist, something else.
For Neil, watching her students make a believable character into an unbelievably realistic one is her greatest reward.
The talent is beyond bounds, and it's so great to be able to showcase our students and, show everybody what they're capable of doing when they graduate from the school.
Coming up next, we'll show you where you can find the greatest cosplay accessories.
It's a great place to come and get the accessories you need to complete your outfit or the full outfit itself.
Tonight, we found out that cosplayers shed blood, sweat, and tears to make their ultimate costume. But if you can't make it, you can buy it. Right here at San Diego Comic-Con. The expansive convention floor is packed with vendors that can help any cosplayer get into character. Companies like Anovos offer attendees screen-accurate uniform and prop replicas from many different universes like Star Wars, Star Trek, and Marvel. You can transform yourself into an Imperial Stormtrooper, a superhero, or even the mighty Chewbacca. At EFX Collectibles, you can locate picture-perfect accessories like Thor's hammer or Captain America's shield. If you want something a little more functional, check out UD Replicas. The group designs and manufactures a unique line of clothing taken straight from the DC superhero world.
We take the costume design that you see in Hollywood or on television, and we turn it into functional outerwear. These are jackets, pants, boots, gloves, and belts. So what we make is clothing for adults that are functional yet fun to wear. Absolutely a dream for anybody who's looking to dress up.
Now, some characters are appropriately dressed with weapons, but they aren't appropriate for the convention floor.
You can't carry a metal sword in a show now, you can't carry real things. So we sat down and we were like, what can we do, what can we create that will help that and give some fun to cosplay? So we tried to create something that would be safe and fun but look good. So we came up with something called SWAT, which we call Soft Weapons and Tactics, and it's basically a plush roleplay item.
Whether you need Harlequin's hammer or Wonder Woman's shield and sword, Factory Entertainment has you covered.
That's what SWAT is. You can just buy the Wonder Woman sword and shield, go get yourself a Wonder Woman costume, and bingo, you're Wonder Woman.
If you desire to create a more original character or look, Five and Diamond opens up the possibilities with a full line of funky, one-of-a-kind, future-forward fashion.
We're very focused on kind of niche markets, steampunk, festival, goth, just kind of anything that other clothing stores aren't really providing. The store itself has everything from shoes to clothing, utility belts, leg holsters, we have backpacks, girls like steampunk accessories, incredible jewelry made of laser-cut acrylics and leather gloves. It's a great place to come and get the accessories you need to complete your outfit or the full outfit itself.
We've seen that makeup can be a very important part of memorable cosplay. But if that's not something that you want to get your hands into, CFX has the answer with the next evolution of Halloween masks. This company is well known for their revolutionary silicone products.
With a regular party store mask, they're kind of stiff and expressionless. These really fit tight to your face, they conform to your face, and when you move, the mask moves with you. So it looks like you're wearing a 5-hour makeup in 5 seconds. We have over 120 different styles of masks, from zombies to clowns to normal looking people masks to original monsters that are ours. Of course, we also have a lot of licensed masks like HBO. We're really excited to debut here our Hell Priest mask. It's a licensed mask from Clive Barker. But we also make most of our masks to order. So if a customer sees a basic design that we have that they like, but maybe they want it painted a different way, or they want horns over here or hair over here, that's something that we're happy to do, and all of those can be tricked out to form limitless combinations. We always like to say that our masks aren't done until you're wearing them.
That is all the time we have. If you want to know more about anything Famous Monsters related, our t-shirts, our conventions, go to famousmonsters.com. See you next time. Who are you?
Simalu,
Simalu? Who's Simalu?
the Emperor's secretary.
Oh, the Emperor.